wearing a mask, I think, is a dangerous way to navigate life.
Yeah. I think also I think it has its uses. I think there might be times in your life when you do have to put on the mask because things just need to get done. I think there's also time for you to go and do the work. I think as long as it's not causing harm to others in terms of physical harm or even emotional strain, you're okay to hide a little bit behind a mask to get through life. But behind closed doors, you need to be doing the work to sort of get through it.
To be disintegrating the mask a little bit. What do you think some of that work might be?
It depends on the trauma. I think a lot of times it's just talking to somebody that you trust, being open and honest about how you are, trying to get an understanding of where that continued sense of trauma comes from. Not like, obviously you might not be able to, but you might be able to point to a specific moment in time where a piece of trauma was caused. But understanding why that stuck with you, I think is really important. But you're probably better qualified to answer this question than me. You've done a lot more therapy.
Yeah, well, I think everything you've touched on is perfect. Navigating life with a mask will be inherently, in my opinion, unsustainable because you're not matching yourself up with your idealistic version of yourself. You know, if there's a way you want to navigate life, there's an authentic way you want to get through life, which is becoming your highest version of yourself. Whereas if you're navigating through a mask, you're not going to be able to do that because you're always shying away from how you really feel, who you truly are. You're just not going to be embracing authenticity at all. So good ways to break down that mask, like you say, is therapy. Going to therapy, paying someone for their time to understand you and get to know you on a deeper level, tell you why you might act certain ways and encourage you to explore them in a safe, secure environment is a really great way to do it. Friends, family, support networks, religion, charity, whatever it might be. People where you can be open and honest and share things is a really great place to be. I also think there's a lot to be said about just exploring what brings you happiness. You know, how are you going to find out who you authentically are if you're not doing things that authentically bring you joy? You know, if you're wearing a mask and doing things that you think are going to make other people happy, you're not going to feel like yourself. It's like we've said in previous podcasts, what would you do if you were just going to do nothing? What would you fill your time with? That's a great way to get to know who you are. That's a great way to drop the mask and the facade. You know, if you say, okay, I'm going to do nothing today, and then just see what you end up doing during that time. Do you end up going to the gym? Do you end up painting? Do you end up recording a video? Do you end up learning a language?
And it's important not to cast judgment on yourself when you're doing it as well.
Huge.
Because you might think, I'm really bored. What should I do? My friends like doing this, so I'm going to go and do that. Yeah, but am I only doing that because that was what you chose to do in that moment. That was the thing that popped into your head. Stop casting judgment. That's what you wanted to do.
It's okay to try something. You know, don't be afraid to try something. Don't cast judgment on trying something. Or even if it's something you're like, oh, I really want to try that. Oh God, that's not going to be perceived as cool. Stop worrying about what other people think. Try something because you would legitimately want to try it. And don't worry about how good you are at that thing either. You know, we're all going to be kind of bad at something we want to pick up and start, but give it a go.
Approach it like it's supposed to be fun, because it is. Approach it like it's not that serious, because it isn't.
Imagine trying to approach life like it's fun, though. Oh, what a poor way to approach life.
You got it.
Yeah, I agree. So the cost of masking continuously would be suppressing authentic relationships. You know, so that would lead to burnout and exhaustion because you're not ever being authentic, and you've got to consistently make an effort to maintain a false persona. It's like you ever tried to tell a lie and the lie just suddenly gets bigger and bigger and bigger and you're like, fuck, what did I say? Who do I have to be? Shit, who said what to what? And you're just like, if I was just honest, none of this BS would be here.
When you tell the same lie to like 5 different people and there's a slight variation, and then you meet up with each one of those people individually again, which lie did I tell you?
Yeah. Everyone put your fingers in your ears. I just want to reaffirm this lie, and then you can take yours out and we can... Yeah, so... And it's also masking, you're going to be extremely lonely. Let's face it, because if you're pretending to be someone else, you're not going to be authentically connect with that person or that group of people.